we made it to the $1 million viewpoint of Korea.
There's a bunch of dolls, but I won't lie, these ones are kind of creeping me out a little bit.
So lost, like out of my element right now. I don't even know what to do. It's quite an adventure. Good morning from bright, sunny, sort of hazy Busan, Korea. It is our third day in the city and we are off to explore a bit more. The past few days have proven really tough because the city's super spread out and public transport takes a while to get in between the main points that we want to see. So we are trying to hit as much as we can today without spending hours upon hours on public transport.
That's right, so there's some pretty cool photographic locations around the city. We're going to hit up Cultural Village, we're going to go to the fish market, we're going to look for an awesome view of the skyline of the city, and I think we're going to have a pretty dang good day.
Plays music when the train's coming. It's really nice. Also, getting this card has made our transport and lives so much easier without having to buy all the separate tickets everywhere. Now I just have to refuel this. It works.
So we're in the Jagalchi Market, fish market right now, which is actually the largest in Korea, in a massive 7-story building here in Busan, and there's so much fish. It's all living right now, and it's like as we're walking through here, it actually doesn't smell too bad, but there's so much fresh seafood here.
First walked in, the smell was overpowering for me, but actually now that we've been in here a few minutes, it's gotten a bit better.
What I actually find kind of surprising is the amount of live seafood here. It's kind of overwhelming. It's like literally just walking through like tanks upon tanks of fish that is like an aquarium or something.
An aquarium that you eat.
Yeah, an aquarium where everything's for sale and you eat all of it. There's just about everything imaginable here. There's abalone, there's fish, there's flounder, there's halibut, there's tuna, lobsters, octopus. It's overwhelming. Clams, conch shells. Oh my god. We're walking upstairs right now because this fish market is 7 stories tall. That is massive, and so massive that it is the largest one in Korea. We were just walking through the restaurant section and that woman back there had to stop Natasha and kept hugging her and holding her hand.
She really wanted me to eat there.
She really wanted her to eat at her stall for some reason.
I would. We just had a little bit of food.
We just had something to eat.
And it's still kind of early in the morning.
Yeah, it's still early here.
I'm not an early morning fish person.
Yeah, early morning fish. So right now we're on the 2nd floor though, but the 2nd floor is a bunch of restaurants, and then along with all these fish products such as dried fish, and then I've seen like shrimp paste and some other things. It's a lot of stuff here. Like look, there's a dried stingray right there. I don't know if you eat dried stingrays. I'm guessing there's probably a demand for it. I think we may have gotten turned around because there's nothing on floor 3.
That woman was telling me not to go up.
Oh, she was.
Okay, so it's 7 stories. 7 stories, but like only the first 2 have anything.
I think there's a cafe on the top.
Okay, there might be something at the very top. She kept saying 7 to me. So you can actually come to the top floor here, and there's a terrace with a cafe and amazing views out of the harbor. So even if you don't want to eat fish, or the fish smell makes you nauseous or whatever, like you still should come in, check it out, and go to the top. So even if you don't eat fish, or you're not hungry, or you don't want to try live stuff, like this place is still really worth a visit and to check out while you're in Busan, just to get some cool photos or just see the way that life works around here. Also, there's like more normal things that Westerners might be used to there. There's shrimp, there's crab, there's scallops, so there's quite a bit to eat. Lobster, big lobster, like this big lobster, and this big crab. Yeah, it was cool. So we are now going to the beach, and we have the entire bus to ourselves, which hasn't happened like ever.
We are now at Songdo Beach in Busan, and it is a really nice spot to be for this afternoon.
I'm drinking a cherry blossom ade.
I think that means tea or juice.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Tastes like cherry blossom.
Anyways, this beach is really nice. It's like a white sand beach, and there's a cable car and a boardwalk, and it's not busy at all. It's super nice for being inside the middle of the city, so it's another great beach in Busan. As I'm talking, we're literally looking at a pony because someone is walking their pony here on the beach.
That's one I don't see often.
Yeah, you don't see that very often here.
They're getting some stairs.
For sure.
Yeah, it's an odd one. Where does that pony live?
I wonder if it lives in an apartment. Anyways, let's go check out the boardwalk.
Yes.
I read a few things about Busan that refer to it as the San Francisco of Korea, and it's pretty easy to see why it is like that when you're walking along this boardwalk, because you've got like this clear water with all of this seaweed and algae and kelp forest kind of growing in these rocky conditions. And then you've got things like this awesome cable car over my shoulder, and it's so beautiful here right now. And you know what, to make it even more, it's windy as could be. Trying to find the bus station. We're kind of walking through an alley right now.
This city is not easy to get around, ma'am. No.
I really hope we're headed the right way because we're just walking up an alley right now.
Yeah, this doesn't seem right.
And if it hits the street right here. Right now we are headed up to Gamcheon, which is a district here in Busan. It used to be an impoverished neighborhood, and they've since revitalized it and painted all of the building. It's supposed to be really beautiful, and we've heard it's referred to as Chefchuan almost of Korea. Tasha's really been looking forward to going here. I'm pretty excited. It definitely looks like an awesome photo spot here in Busan, and it's like the top-rated tourist attraction here. So we'll see what it looks like. Right now it's been like a constant uphill walk so far, but I think it'll pay off.
Just had to take a little break. This is pretty much all an uphill climb to get to the starting point.
Whew, this walk is something else. How you feeling, Natasha?
This is a climb. I'm really happy that I wore my tennis shoes today.
Yeah, no kidding. Don't wear flip-flops to come up here.
No.
And it's like late May, and it's kind of like, it feels really nice when you're not moving, but when you're walking up a hill, it gets pretty hot.
To the $1 million viewpoint of Korea, I think. Or at least it's at least $1 million viewpoint of Busan. Maybe all of Korea. It's amazing. Sun setting. We just came to this cafe. you had to buy a drink per person or something per person to come up here. She was very specific about that. So we got our iced green tea latte, blueberry yogurt, and we have the best view watching the sun go down. Postcard the other day because that's my souvenirs when we travel, and it matches up almost perfectly. So this place is really cute. If you want to come like just explore on foot, hop into some souvenir shops. They have art galleries, places to eat, cafes. If you want to get a really good viewpoint, you're likely going to have to go into one of the cafes and buy something so you can go further back into the end of their house or cafe. But it's awesome.
Wait.
What?
What's really cool is in addition to all of the painted buildings, there's tons of murals and art sculptures and all sorts of little hidden things throughout this cultural village here. Like this mural right behind me. I had to stop and take a video of this guy right here.
It's a kitty cat.
It's a kitty cat playing a guitar. Really wacky things here, but I think we may have found the strangest thing.
The dollhouse.
It's the Grand Budapest dollhouse.
It's closed right now.
There's a bunch of dolls, but I won't lie, these ones are kind of creeping me out a little bit.
So if I were to do this again, I'd probably get here. The Korean spit. So if I were to do this again, I'd probably get here a little bit earlier, and by earlier I mean 8 or 9 a.m. before the crowds come, as the sun's on this side, and while the shops are still open, because we showed up around 4:35 and everything was already starting to get quiet and shut down. I really liked how it was getting quiet with tourism. Like there weren't a lot of tourists around, but we couldn't really go into the souvenir shops, the cafes, or the art galleries anymore because they were all shutting. It's just after 6:30 now and everything is done. It's all shut. But it's really nice because it's quiet. Just depends on what you want.
We just hopped off the bus from Gamcheon, and we figured out that the 1 or 2 bus gets you down the hill and to the subway station to Toseong, which is on the green line, and it costs about 1,000 won up and down the hill. So it's pretty easy to get to Gamcheon Cultural Village. Just, you don't have to walk up the hill. We're in the neighborhood right by our Airbnb, which is Seompong. Seompin? You know how to say it, Natasha? No, we don't know how to say our neighborhood. It's a really hip neighborhood. There's tons of young people out right now. It's mostly Korean barbecue places around here. We're gonna go see if we can find something to eat. Wow, it is so busy here right now. I think we found the young hip area because I actually think we might be the oldest people here right now.
It is a Friday night. It is very clear that we might be the oldest people around here, and we're also the only foreigners I've seen in a long while. Oh, let's go find somewhere to eat. I don't know where.
So we just thought we found a place to eat, and they spoke English and they handed us the menu, and then it was all pig intestines, so we're gonna keep looking. Now this place closes at 4 a.m.
I just can't read anything. Like, I don't want to order pig intestines accidentally, and everything's in Korean. I feel so lost, like out of my element right now. I don't even know what to do, where to eat. I can't read anything. No one can really speak to me. I can't speak to anyone. It's quite an adventure. I think we found a Korean barbecue place. It's
we finally picked a place. It's a little more hip. We've got a grilled propane grill. It's a little different than charcoal. We're really busy in here. Again, like this whole area is just full of like young people, and I think we really hit like the nightlife area that Korea is kind of famous for. Struggling?
No meal in Korea is complete without soju, so we have to get some.
Gyeongbang.
It's the last of it. Gave me shivers. It really did.
Tonight we get to eat at one of Natasha's favorite restaurants in the world, but to do so we've got to check out of this Airbnb, hop on a train, hop on another train, hop on a plane, hop on a train, check into our Airbnb, unpack, and then we get to go to the restaurant. Are you ready, Natasha?